What is up, guys? Today we're doing a handstand tutorial for beginners. So yeah, let's get right into it. So the first thing you have to look for before you even start doing a handstand is shoulder mobility. What is shoulder mobility? It's basically how far you can get your arm like behind your head. So if that means if you want to do or get a completely straight perfect handstand, you have to have enough shoulder mobility to get your arms completely straight in a line with your body. Should look like this. If you lack in shoulder mobility, like if you only get your arms just like this, you will not have a good handstand form. Even though if you can hold a handstand with like this shoulder mobility, you will 100% have a banana back. Why? Pretty easy to explain, because your arms are like this. Let's say this would be perfect shoulder mobility, but you only get your arms like this, the rest of your body like that. Obviously you have to have a banana back that you can hold a handstand free. If you learn it like this, you're like, yeah, I don't need shoulder mobility for handstand. It's not good, because once you have the banana back in your body during a handstand hold, it's pretty hard to get that out. I know what I'm talking about. Get over your ego and work on your shoulder mobility before you try it. And for shoulder mobility improvement, a pretty good exercise is what I'll show now. All you need is a wall, and yeah, that's basically it. So you step in front of the wall, get your hands like this, and all you have to do is now push your upper body into the ground. Just like this. And with this exercise, you'll get perfect shoulder mobility for handstands. And just one important thing, don't do it like this. Really try to keep your arms locked out, like straight as it could be, fully straight, because obviously in a handstand you'll also have completely locked out arms, because you don't want to do handstands like this. Should always be completely locked out and straight. You can do the same exercise just on laying on the ground, like you lay on the ground on your belly and put your arms in front of you and just try to get your arms off of the floor, and yeah, fully extended arms, shoulders pushed out, and yeah, just try this exercise. It's also a pretty good exercise, but for me personally, basically just did the exercise you just saw against the wall, and that really helped me to improve my shoulder mobility. So once you have that good shoulder mobility, it's time to practice the handstands. There are a couple points you have to know and have to keep in mind. The first thing is really try to keep a 100% straight body. Like, you have to have a tension in your core, in your abs, in your glutes, in your hamstrings, like full body tension. If you want to get a real perfect handstand, try to always, even though if you just started, try to do it from the beginning on, so you have it in your head. Even point your toes out, so you're really in a perfectly 100% straight line. The next thing has also to do something with the shoulders, because I've seen a lot of people do handstands by not pressing their shoulders out. What do I mean with that? They do the handstand like this. But what you really want to do, and what's really important, is to 100% push your shoulders out. Get yourself as high as you can, like stretch your body as much as you can. And what do I mean by that? Not doing a handstand like this, but like this. Push your shoulders out completely. Shoulders out, tension in your abs, core, glutes, hamstrings, and you'll have a perfect handstand. Another tip, but this is more like for intermediate guys who already have some experience in handstands, is the pelvic tilt. It has to do something with your hips. It helps you improve your form and keeping your balance during the handstand. I'll show you what it looks like. So if your back is shaped like this during a handstand, the pelvic tilt is basically you rotate your hips forward, and with this motion your back will flatten out. And as I've said before, the form of the handstand will be much better, and it also helps you improving your balancing during the handstand. If your back is like this, rotate your hips forward, and you see how my back flattens out? That's because of the pelvic tilt. If you haven't done this before, try to do this just standing upright before you do it in a handstand, because upside down on or in a handstand it's a lot harder to do. Like if you've never done it before, you should, or I would say, try it first standing like this. Tighten everything, core, glutes, hamstrings, and then try to rotate your hips forward. And if you can do this easily standing upright, I would say then try it in a handstand. So now I'll show you guys a handstand hold against the wall. But before I do that, if you do not have enough shoulder strength to hold a handstand even against the wall, a progression for this would be a pike hold. So all you have to do is just to get down and try to walk with, or go with your hands as close as you can to your feet. Just like this, go down and then walk up and hold this. That's a pretty good progression to get your shoulder strength, that you can even hold a handstand with 100% of your body weight on your shoulders. But if you do have enough shoulder strength to hold a handstand against the wall, there are two types, chest to wall or back to wall. I personally like the chest to wall more, because when you're doing a back to wall handstand, I'll show you what it looks like. So as you've seen here, my back is not 100% straight, and that's obviously normal because my hands are a little bit away from the wall, and if I'm having my feet against the wall, obviously my back cannot be straight just because my hands are a little bit away from the wall. But now I'll show you the chest to wall. I like this one more because you can walk with your hands as close as you can get to the wall, and this way your body will be in a 100% straight line. So I'll show you what it looks like. So all you have to do, basically get in a push-up position, put your legs on the wall, and then walk up. So as you've seen here, you can really get with your hands like just as close as you can get to the wall, and that way your body will be in a straight line and you can focus on the pelvic tilt, on pushing your shoulders out, getting that full body tension, and yeah, just having a perfect handstand form. So now I'll show you guys a free handstand. You can do it like just with your hands on the ground or with parallettes. If your wrists do hurt a little bit when you're doing the handstand just on the ground without parallettes, you obviously have to stretch and focus like more on the mobility of your wrists. Yeah, I'll show you one without parallettes and then on parallettes. And now I'll do it with parallettes. As you've seen here, I really pushed my shoulders completely out. I had my core tight, my abs tight, my glutes tight, my hips tight. So I really engaged basically my whole body. For me personally, I do handstands more likely on parallettes just because your wrists are more in a natural position, and I feel like it's more easier to get in the balance and even stay in that balance. So with parallettes, you can press yourself, even though it doesn't matter if you're getting more overweight to this side or to that side, you can easily adjust this just by pressing on the opposite side. Quick conclusion, start getting that shoulder mobility. After that, start getting your shoulder strength. After that, try attempts against the wall. The better version would be chest to wall, and then get straight to free handstands, because you also have to get the feeling with your legs, like how much do I have to kick myself up to get in balance and to be completely in a straight line and in balance, because obviously that depends from person to person, like what's your height, what's your body weight. So yeah guys, this was my handstand tutorial. Hope it helped you out a lot. If handstands are not enough for you and you want to start learning pull-ups, dips, push-ups, one-arm pull-ups, one-arm push-ups, planche, front lever, handstand push-ups. Check out my website, GREP-sports.com. We've got some programs there designed for everybody. Doesn't matter if you're beginner, intermediate, or advanced. Check out the website or follow me on Instagram. I'm also putting out content like daily there. Leave a like, comment what you want to see next, subscribe. Would really appreciate that, and see you guys on the next one.